Morning, Scorpio. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. We've got company this morning. Right as I was getting ready to hit the record button, here he came. Scorpio, welcome back to the channel. If you're returning, for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Nicole. This will be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Scorpio. Cross Watcher, welcome as well. And personal reads are open and available. I received some emails yesterday. I'm getting to those today. Typical turnaround time, 24 to 48 hours. So getting to those this morning, if you have not heard back from me. Personal reads get open and available. Channel memberships are open and available. All kinds of stuff slowly developing, right? Slowly developing here. Couple quick things, Scorpio, before I turned on this video, previous to this one joining us, I heard No Doubt's Spiderweb song from the early 90s, right? So what do they call that? Like ska music or something? I don't, punk rock to me, whatever, but hello. There's something about that. So I don't know what it is with that song, if that's what you're listening to, if you're leaning back into the 90s, if that was your era, or there's just something about that song that, I don't know, she talks about screening her phone calls in that song, right? There was the one line that, like, I know the song, I'd have to kind of play through it in my head a bit to get all the words again, but I don't know, it's like, leave a message and I'll call you back, a likely story, I'm walking in the spider webs, leave a message and I'll call you back. So I don't know what that means for you, but it's there for you. So, all right, Scorpio, good morning to you. This is just a quick, call it Oracle card message, Spirit is saying. We're going to pull a couple oracles. Felt inclined to do this before I jump into the rest of the April reads. So yeah, let's do the thing, right? Let's see what's going on. Have my coffee with you as always. I love it. I've missed this. I've missed this connection with you all. Makes me super happy to be here, as always. All right, let's get down to it. Hope you guys are doing well. Fantastic. Hope April is off to a good start. I hope y'all blew some cinnamon through your doorways yesterday, set good intentions for prosperity and abundance and wealth and health and happiness and all the things, as it was the first of the month, but also April Fool's. So I don't know, maybe do it today, right? Do it today. Yesterday was the April Fool's joke. My kiddo played some jokes on me. She thought she was being funny while I was in the shower, so I don't know. Did anybody play, I'm gonna say, anybody play a prank on you yesterday? I really don't get it too far into it, but did anybody play a prank? You know, drop it in the comments. You know, what goofiness happened in your world, right, on a happy note. All right, Spirit, for Scorpio, this end of the week is what I'm hearing. This end of the week, Spirit. Spiritual connections and spiritual communication, Scorpio. And it came up in I believe it was the new moon read that I did for the channel members. So, you know, again, if you're not a channel member, join the second tier. That's where the videos get posted. So, let's see, what else? Spirit, this week, the end of this week or whatnot for Scorpio. And still do weekend, okay. Action. Some of you could be finally feeling a little more attuned to making some movement on some things. Look, there's something here. Scorpio, I've seen this for you before, where you recognize that something needs to be cut out, right? We've had this conversation a million times. But there's also something about this that if you found yourself being drawn back in by week's end, you're remembering why you were getting ready to walk away to begin with. There's something here, Scorps, that it's like you're needing to see the reality of a situation versus what you would like it to be, right? That's a Scorpio thing right there. There is what we would love for it to be versus what it is. You know, I don't know, it's like somebody is not, you're painting a picture of somebody or something, maybe to fit a spirit prototype, a way of being, right? This could be family, this could be lovers, this could be friends, this could even be your children, right? Where we go, I see this person in this light, this is how I view them, right? And I've said it to you before too, that there are 1,000 different versions of you running around. Hang on a second. The birds are a bit rambunctious this morning. Jeez Louise. 500 on the dot when I stopped this reading, or paused the reading. 005, or it was 3 zeros and a 5 and 2 zeros. Interesting. 5 zeros. There you go. 50 could be important for some reason. Is it a 50? Is it a 50? Thank you, Spirit. I love the signs and symbols and synchronicities. Is this a 50-50 situation? There you go, Scorps. This to me is resembling many past situations. It may not have been super apparent as it had before, because it's almost like somebody gave a little more, was doing a little more than you were used to. So that little bit more, that what appeared to be some sort of effort, seemed to go a little further than most past situations. I don't know, maybe this person represented some sort of stability. That was something maybe you weren't used to, but the intentions of how they behave, or the reasonings for behaving a certain way, still very self-serving. So it's like you're learning. I know I was going to use an example of something before I paused the video, and I can't remember what it was now. But you're remembering why some things just don't work, right? Palo Santo. Gosh, I love it. Some things just don't work when it comes to certain people in your life. Or I said, you know, it could be anybody, your children. We want them to be, the million people that other people see you as, right? You do the same thing. We have this idea of who this person is, or the situation, and that's what we want it to be, right? Our human ego, our human, I'm gonna say our soul, but that humanistic side of us wants this person to be what we need, right? This is they've taken you on a journey. Cat got too close to the dog's bone. That was interesting. They've taken you on a journey that I think it's been interesting. You've had a lot of personal growth through whatever this is. And now it's kind of like you're championing, I can't say that word today. Championing? Okay, good enough. For what light intentions, like you've learned about your lighter side, or even what other person's lighter side could look like. So you're kind of stepping in from into a loving space from that. But I don't know if there's like a disconnection. This could be physically, this could be metaphorically, emotionally, right? For you, this is like a spirit breaking free, and they're taking me into like a dream or a vision that I had. Must have been last evening, I don't know. It almost looks as if there's an apartment of sorts, and you're just walking, you're closing the door and walking down a long hallway. The dog, can you just leave me be? Okay. I'm watching these two that are right there, and they just antagonize one another. One can be laying there being so well behaved, and then the cat starts his shit, or the cat is being behaved and the dog starts her shit. So, and now the dog's mad because she thinks the cat wants her bone. So everybody's being defensive with each other over here. Okay. Anyhow, never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. Look, this was a very spiritual lesson. 10 1s and 7s could be real important. 1, 7s, and 5, Scorpio. The number 32, you could have gotten with a person, or become a parent, or whatever's going on here, around the age of 32. 32s, 30s, and 50s could be important as well. It was a profound moment of what would eventually be liberation. So I don't know what that looks like for you. This thinking woman action. So, feminine, divine feminine energy doesn't have to, don't apply a gender to that. But I do feel like, unequivocally, this is the energy that you're sitting in, is examining the possibilities now that you are aware. I talked about that long hallway. Look at that. There's the door, but it's wide open this time. Going to the opposite end, there's new doors that are opening as an opportunity from this situation, Scorpio, in short, that whatever you were learning, this week, maybe even closer to the weekend, you start to recognize the reality of something that you've been in and out of for some time, and going, I don't know that there's anything left to do here. I don't think there's any more than I can add to a situation. I don't know that there's any more that someone else is going to be able to do anything differently, at least not the way that I'd hoped they would. So there's something to that, right? Spirit is a personal level of acceptance. So what sits here at the top of the pyramid? It sits at the top of the pyramid, Spirit. Community. I've said it quite a bit, Scorpio, and I'm going to say it again. There's a lot of air, a lot of thinking, a lot of strategizing, a lot of planning into what happiness looks like. And it's kind of funny. I think you've spent the blueprint of your life looking at maybe, I don't know, material things, places, right? Not so much the happy, supportive aspect of where you go next. 7s and 3s again. Sevens and 3s is that 10. 10 again. 10 again. And I said 10, 10. So that's very interesting to me. I don't know. There's an importance to that for you today, Scorpio. But this is walking away from, not even really walking away. There's just, you're making a different choice. You don't have to walk away necessarily. You're just going, you know what, there's another way. There's another way, and the way that I saw it to be for so long is not a way that's been fulfilling to me, and I'm choosing new people, I'm choosing new places, I'm choosing new things. I'm choosing a lot of different energies than I'm used to playing with, right? And I think you're really giving great credence to what that looks like, right? What you're defining happiness, and the goal was no more of reaching a place or a destination. It's the destination of the heart. It's the destination of feeling. It's the destination of peace. It's the destination of love. The destination is no longer tangible. It's heartfelt. And I think, though, at some point, whatever this was, you did have a heartfelt desire to a destination with whomever or whatever this was. However, it was probably short-lived is what I'm hearing from Spirit. It was likely short-lived. If this is all the healing that was meant to be done in this, then we should be thankful for this and move on. That's what I just heard from Spirit. All right. Sacred Geometry card, please, Spirit. Crown chakra, the frequency, look at that. Scorps, I've talked about that sacral chakra, the crown and the sacral, 7 and 2. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. And I said it is. It's like you're stepping into your light, right? And it's funny because this actioning card of these horses, you've got the dark horse and the light horse, right? And Katy Perry sang a dark horse, right? Dark night, dark horse, something like that. I don't know. And you know, you're stepping into the light versus the dark. You're leaving that shadow side behind. And the frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. And that's the strategy here, right? Again, it's no longer about the destination of a particular, how do I get there? It's a feeling. The destination is now a feeling, Scorpio. And it's beautiful. And I think that, the more and more you step into that, the more and more you're going to feel attuned to, Spirit is actually saying the finer things in life, the real finer things in life, which is interesting. Golden light ray, love and laughter, receiving and giving gifts, passionate projects, and heart of a warrior, divine protection and synchronicities with Archangel Michael. Look at this. I said 3s and 7s. 16 breaks down to a 3. Or to a 7, to a 3, to a 7, and the bottom number there is a 3. Again, you have a 3 here. 21 breaks down to a 3. You have 12, 21, both 3s. 32 here twice, 5s. Your 7s. You've got 1, 2, 3 7s. 3 sevens, and multiples of 3s and 7s are 21. So you're 12 and 21. There's something about that spirit. It's the triangulation. Some of you could be leaving one thing for another. You really could be. It's a higher vibrational impact and energy. It's walking away. Again, walking away. Walking away. You know, they say in like relationships, just as an example, I think even jobs, I think it's anything. It's a psychological thing, in my opinion. Not a doctor. Can't diagnose, can't treat all the things, right? We tend to emotionally check out on things before we ever physically leave. It's proven fact. Go look it up. It's how we resonate with what's going on in our world, how we get to where we need to go. It's like we have to make up our mind that that's what we're going to do, and then we do it. But it comes well after. You know, we wouldn't stay in something, job, relationship, home, city, dynamic, friendships, if we weren't discontent. But it's like making up your mind that you're discontent and then allowing other people to see you're not happy there anymore. But again, this is now about where you go from here, right? What happiness really looks like to you. So any advice for Scorpio this week on whatever this is for them? The dragonfly, lighthearted and adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light and heal. Love call, the butterfly, love. There's a lot around love. Expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you, evolving and growing, next phase, healing that inner child, unconditional love, self-love and wholeness, affection, attraction, selflessness, done chasing after codependencies. You may be even realizing what codependency looks like outside of what we are typically taught about relationships and things of that nature. Codependency has a lot of different faces. And you could be realizing that even self-seeking pleasures can be codependencies. So whatever that means, dig deep on that one. 17 and 5 on the clock. 17 is your wishes coming true. That's healing, divine healing and spirit inspiration. So, allowing love to heal a situation. And I think it could be a lot of self-love. When we love thyself, we love those around us. And, the past was not enough. This is lying to ourselves about people, places, what we thought we wanted, what we thought we were only deserving of as well. The golden mirror, now you're seeing the equivocal balance, that light and that dark energy, now stepping into the light, Scorpio. Light-hearted, feeling better about your situations. But it's like the finding out isn't necessarily revelation from someone else, as much as it is, it's the internal revelation of what you realize. Again, there's the reality, and then there's what we wanted it to be. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this message was helpful to you. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Personal reads, again, open and available. That information in the description box below. If I get talk, hope to see you in the channel memberships. See you all soon. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.